Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to the live. If you are new here, my name is actually It's Amira, and I like to give commentary on current events, women empowerment, social responsibility, and just overall what you got to do as a woman to keep yourself out of some bull crap. Keep yourself out of some bull crap. I got my essential water. Let me take a little swiggy, swig.
Swig the Tristan Thompson.
Tristan
Thompson. There we go. Yeah.
He
What's
is a
up,
hot
guys?
mess.
I'm just going to include myself in this situation. My name is Rob here, and actually it's Amir, but actually it's Rob. So haha.
I have no idea. He just voluntarily decided he wanted to participate in a live stream about this topic and give his 2 cents from a man's perspective. Maybe it'll be different from mine. We'll see.
Yes,
After
sir.
15 years, do we still have a difference of opinion when it comes to relationships between men?
You need to get up in this thing so they can see my expression. There you go. Yep.
You down low.
For real.
You down that you hanging low like your balls, bro.
Hey now. You're an all-star.
Y'all need to stop me. Hey T, how are you?
No mercy.
It's a rare occasion. You know it must be a full moon if I got hubby to come and participate in the live because he don't be participating.
Not in this stuff that you be talking, but mwah. All right, y'all can see me cool.
Love.
Yes.
It's what makes a Subaru. Remember my
no
Subaru?
Subarus though.
I know I had one.
Yeah.
It's a love my Subaru. And then the devil came and took it. The devil. But anywho, so if you're in the live, today, we are going to be talking about Tristan Thompson, Khloe Kardashian, and men who abandon women when they get pregnant. The fuck shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
With a capital F.
All that.
With a capital F. How y'all doing out there today? Hey T, thanks for joining the live. Hit like the live. If you are in the live and you ain't like the live, like the live. So other people know I'm live and get this party started. You know? Some real grown adult conversation we trying to have with y'all right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen because I have full intention.
There we go.
Thank
yeah. I'm in this mofo.
You in here like
what up though? All right.
First of all, we did not practice this ahead of time. I have no idea what this man is gonna say about.
Yeah, this. I've been keeping quiet. You know, she's been like trying to run some things by me. I'm like, okay, that's nice.
We might get into a full-on argument. Y'all might really get to know us in a way y'all never knew us before because we might have a different opinion, or we might agree.
True.
We might agree. So I don't really know. So I'm gonna share the text message that is wildly circulating across.
Well, first, can we break down exactly what's going on with Tristan Thompson?
Okay, let's break it down.
For people who don't know,
absolutely.
DJ MB style.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna be Gia Casey right now. Hold on. So I love guys. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So if you don't know what's going on out there, Tristan Thompson obviously is a serial cheater who has a problem with sex addiction and sleeps with random women and impregnates them. He is widely known for getting women pregnant and then abandoning them in the middle of their pregnancies or toward the end of their pregnancies, hence the name third trimester Tristan, where he will go out and impregnate another woman and or abandon a woman and leave her to her own defenses. And basically say, this is too much for me. This is too much for me. I'm out ski. I'm gone. And that is what his reputation has become. Do you disagree?
Well, how many kids does Tristan have at this point?
Officially 2, potentially 3.
Officially 2. And who are those 2 baby mamas?
Okay, Jordan, which is, Kevin Hart's wife, Enika.
Okay, yeah.
She has a sister named Jordan. Tristan Thompson impregnated her. Hey, Tasha Ray. Hey, girl. Tristan Thompson impregnated her and then abandoned her in the middle of her pregnancy for Khloe Kardashian, who he met at a dinner party.
Oh, okay.
He don't be keeping up with the times. I got to put him in on the juice.
Well, I mean, even for the crowd too. Maybe what's going on.
Facts. I don't appreciate the saying women for wanting men to be providers. When some women I don't appreciate when some shame women for wanting men to be providers. Oh, we gonna get into that, T. Hey, T. Hey. I finally got him to join. Actually, he came on voluntarily. This is a rare occasion. It must be a full moon. Because he don't be about this social media nonsense. He's not with it at all. Mm-hmm. But we're going to talk about it today. So what do you think about the fact that, what do you think about men who cheat on women who are pregnant? Let's start there.
Ooh, well, I'm not all for that. I think that's a really bad trait that most guys, well, some guys, I'm not gonna say most guys, 'cause I know a lot of good guys who actually stick around for those type of situations. But for the guys who don't, that's not something I condone. Obviously, if you took the chance to put yourself in that type of predicament, then you should see through it through the 9 months.
You should see it through.
See it through.
You should see
at
it
least
through.
For the 9 months.
At least for the 9 months.
There you go.
At least for the 9 months. So
for,
after the 9 months, you can bounce. But
well, at least be there for the woman.
At least be there for the woman
Yeah.
for the difficult part for the 9 months.
Right.
All right, let me share my screen and get into what Tristan Thompson actually said. Let's break this down bit by bit. We're gonna go through this line by line because honestly, you can unpack a whole conversation from just this one little text message. So I pulled this from tmz.com. As you can see, we got the Shade Room logo in the background. Let's break this down.
Not the shade. Oh, that is the
yeah, TSR.
I thought it was TMZ.
TMZ still around?
Yeah, they still around, boo.
All right, let's break this down line by line. So the first line that he said is to the woman. He texts her this guy.
This the baby mama?
This the new baby mama who allegedly was his personal trainer, who who he did the do with in the middle of a personal training session. He just out of nowhere.
They was doing squats.
It was his birthday, and he was like, "I want a happy ending. I want all of the endings. I want everything. It's my birthday. I want you to finish me off."
Yeah.
And he decided to skeet up in that on the raw tip. Yeah, he brung it up real slow. She brung it up slow.
Somebody did. Got tired.
Yes, that is what happened.
What's going on?
And then he sent a text message to the woman after he found out she was pregnant, and this is the text message that he sent. So I want to go through it line by line because I feel like you can unpack this into many, many different pieces. So let's go through it. The first line is, "You know how I feel." Let's start there. You know how I feel. What does it mean when a man tells a woman that she knows how he feels? You think that women know how men feel?
Absolutely. If clearly he's saying you know how I feel, they don't have this conversation before, which means he ain't trying to get nobody caught up and pregnant.
So why he sleep with her without a condom?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they didn't have a condom. They was in the middle of working out. Who carries a condom when they sweating and stuff like that?
That's true. But if he's saying that I don't want nothing serious with you, why would he sleep with her without a condom?
Well, you don't know exactly what he's saying in that content of the sentence, though. You know
he's
how
saying,
I feel.
You know how I feel. My feelings haven't changed at all. Meaning, you know how I feel. I don't want no more kids, especially not with you. My feelings haven't changed at all. We're going through a line by line.
Okay.
So what you think? You think that men sleep with women they don't have feelings for?
Absolutely.
You think men sleep with women they don't have feelings for on an ongoing basis?
To an extent, yeah.
What extent? Break this down for me.
Well, it depends on how many times you're dealing with this chick. I feel like that may have something to do with it. It depends on the conversation you're having with these people.
When does it go from it's nothing serious to something serious? How many interactions does it take?
I don't know. I feel like every dude's different. Yeah, I'm skating around the question a little bit.
Exactly.
Here. But there's no Bible to this stuff, though, right? When you feel something and like, yo, you meet a girl, you realize, all right, I'm gonna do something with her, right? And then it's gonna be like that. But you realize, all right, this girl has a lot of potential. I'm still gonna do something with her, but I don't want to fuck with her on a low type stuff. Then that's a different situation. So I feel like maybe with this girl, what's her name, Marley. Yeah.
Marley.
Like he probably realized, all right, she's my trainer. She probably does a good job training him. He ain't got injured in the NBA recently, right? So that's a good thing. You blame that on her.
So she's saving his career.
Yeah, she's stretching him out in all ways. So maybe he realized, all right, I'll just like you fine and everything. But let's just keep it there. I may want to hit on you and have, do my little thing. But I don't want nothing serious after that. I think that's where I didn't even read this whole contents of the email the text message.
So you think he just wanted a good time?
Yeah.
He wanted a happy ending in his workout and nothing more than that.
Right.
But you don't think that a man has a responsibility to protect himself from getting a woman pregnant, i.e. using a condom or getting a vasectomy?
Absolutely, for sure. But, do guys think about that all the time?
Why not? Women have to think about it.
Do y'all? Y'all can think about
it.
We
think about it every single time.
Y'all do something in regards to it. Did she stop homeboy from busting up in her? Oh no! Hold up, Tristan. Wait, let's go get a condom.
Did he stop himself?
On the 6th set, we gonna get something real quick. Like no, it was none of that. It was like, yo, all right, you go ahead, and dip one more time, and I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna sit right below you and whatnot. And we gonna figure this out. Like,
you think that's what women do? Women are in total control of the actual experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I got a lot of control into it. I mean, I could be like, yo, hold on, wait, you got a condom? No, she wasn't thinking that. Obviously, she's thinking, oh man, I just cha-ching, this dude got money. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't want to have no kids right now, I don't know her situation, but obviously she feels that this dude has a lot of potential, and she felt that personally she had a chance with him. So
you don't think that he has a responsibility as a man to protect himself from gold diggers?
Absolutely, I think both of them in both cases they do.
So you think it's equal responsibility?
Yeah.
Okay. I personally believe that if you are a man and you don't want to get anybody else pregnant, you have a responsibility to protect yourself from doing that. I think as a man, you have to say, I am the authority in the situation. This is my opinion, because he's the one with the money.
You don't think that's a lot of responsibility for a guy like him, though?
Why?
Because, obviously the dude has, as you mentioned before, intentions on getting chicks pregnant, and then intentionally getting, we'll leave it there, intentionally getting chicks pregnant, right?
You think he intends to get her pregnant?
No, but I feel like maybe he may have a sexual problem. I don't know. I don't really know his deep story as to, how he goes about things and so forth, but either way, I feel like, she saw dollar signs, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, you think she saw dollar signs?
If she's coming after him for the stuff, I mean...
What about him coming after her for pussy?
Maybe, true.
Wow.
Hey.
Like, wow.
He wanted the cake for his birthday. I mean...
Yes, so why doesn't he have the better responsibility? He should protect himself. If he thinks that women are gold diggers, he should protect himself. That's my opinion.
But I feel like that's a lot of responsibility for guys in the statute. Why? Because maybe he just wanted something. Maybe he's not intelligent enough to think about, oh man, if I get you pregnant, it's gonna be a long history of gossip on the websites, and I gotta deal with you for 18 years and stuff like that. Maybe he just wanted a quick nut. Not saying that he should have won about the situation that way.
You think men just want quick nuts?
Sometimes they do.
Most of the time, or sometimes?
I'll say most of the time. Most of the time, yeah, for sure.
60%, 70%, 80%.
I don't know, 70% maybe.
70% of the time, you think men just want a quick nut?
Single men, or
no, he's in a relationship with Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, was he? How long?
Yes.
Oh.
This is ongoing, full-blooded relationship. You think men who are in a relationship simply will just sleep with other women because they want a quick nut? That the nut that they have at home is not adequate enough. There are not enough. Like, even though they got a whole squirrel at home, digging for nuts. Like, she on the tread. You need more nuts. That's not enough nuts. Is that what you're saying? I want to know. See, this is me getting inside the mind of a man, because obviously when I tell y'all, when I give advice, I'm only giving advice from the perspective of a woman. But now we have a man here who obviously like nuts. So I want to know just how many nuts does it take before you feel satisfied?
It's not a 2-year-old, boo. How many licks before you get to the 2-year-old part? It doesn't work that way.
Exactly. If you want a quick nut, you better be prepared for a quick baby. Exactly, T. But so I want to know, because honestly, this is great insight from a man's perspective.
Okay.
You think that men will just be with women because they just want a nut? You think that a man is capable of having a completely
physical
relationship with a woman?
A guy in a relationship, right? Because he's in a relationship. So let's rephrase that question.
Yes. If a man is in a relationship with another woman and he decides to step out of that relationship, you think it's solely because he wants another nut? That's better than the nuts he has at home.
Oh, that could be.
We're curious.
That's a big situation right there. I can't. Every situation is different, so I can't really say exactly what the issue is between him and
Khloe.
Yeah, and Khloe. Maybe she's not doing good in the bed. Who knows? All right. Maybe he's just be a sexaholic and constantly want sex.
Yes, I do think that men could be sexaholics. That I do agree with. Now, do you think that as a woman, if you know your man has a problem with sex, it is your responsibility to fulfill all his sexual needs, despite what they may be?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Why?
I mean, then there'll be a lot of restraint on the guy.
And you think that women are stronger than men? Because that's kind of what you're saying.
Not stronger. I'm just saying, like, if you know your sexual partner has a desire and need to have sex constantly, then if you don't do nothing about it, then like, what does that make you in a way? Like, you got to be on board or not on board, or you got to communicate somehow. Like, hey, listen, I know you're gonna want sex all the time, but I can't give it to you. And
hey, Sister Soldier.
And that's gonna be a problem. Like.
Okay, I personally.
Aren't you supposed to fulfill each other's needs, and when you be, in a relationship and marriage?
I agree with you.
Okay,
I agree on a fundamental level. on a fundamental level, I 100% agree. I think that if you are in a committed relationship with somebody else, you have a responsibility to fulfill your end of the bargain. Meaning, as much as my husband can rise up, I got to be able to bring it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I do believe that. I don't think you should leave your husband with blue balls or sexually deprived. Just same thing as a wife. Like I think women also have sexual needs, i.e., having you know, an eruption. And I think it's a man's obligation to make sure that that woman has an eruption.
True. Absolutely.
You agree?
I agree with that for sure.
And I also think he's saying, you know how I feel. My feelings haven't changed at all. Won't be involved at all. Do you think a man it's okay for a man to father a child outside of his relationship and then abandon a woman?
No, I don't think so.
You think that's cowardly?
Absolutely.
In what ways?
I mean, the fact that he's not there. I mean, the fact that the woman has to deal with 9 months of pregnancy by herself and go through the hormones and and struggles of trying to get certain things, going to the store at the middle of the night, and things like that, dealing with the pains and so forth. Yeah, I feel like.
So you think, despite the circumstances, a man has an obligation to tend to a woman who's pregnant with his child, irregardless of the circumstances, whether it's a one-night stand, a committed relationship, a sex relationship, an entanglement.
Well, I mean, if they're in a relationship, then that may be a little bit different.
But if it's not, let's just say you have a one-night stand with a girl, you get her pregnant.
You like her, or you don't like her.
You think that matters? So what do you mean by that? Because this is real. I want to know. Like, what do you mean by that? You like her or don't like her? What does that mean? You slept with her. What does that mean?
Yeah, but if you like it, then you're obviously gonna care for a little bit more. But if you're like, oh fuck, what the hell? I just woke up to this. You're gonna be curving her. She's gonna be calling you like, yo, what happened last night? I got some semen coming at me, whatever the case may be, and you're not even answering the phone. Like she's going straight to voicemail. That's different, right? So it shouldn't be different, but I mean, this is real world these days. So I feel like that could be a situation for sure.
But why do you think it's okay? I understand it could be a situation, but do you think it's okay?
No.
You think, irregardless of the situation, a man should adhere to his responsibilities
to the best of his abilities.
But you also said whether he likes her or don't like her. So what's your distinction? Go ahead. So I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, if he's if he's feeling a girl, then yeah, I feel like you should be there as best as you can. Even if you're not feeling a girl and it happened to be like a one-night stand, I feel like you should do the best of what your abilities can do.
The best of your abilities. Meaning you should only be there as much as you choose to. Okay, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, you should be there all the time, then. Okay, you should be.
Don't cap for them, because I want to know. I personally think that if you get a woman pregnant, you have a moral obligation to be there for her, whether it was a one-night stand, a quick nut, slide in, slide out. That's my opinion. But I think you, as a man, you're saying something different. You're saying that men actually don't think that way. Men is
can you imagine being in a relationship and then have to be there for a side chick? Like that's not gonna work. Like your main girlfriend is not gonna be like, nah, you can't be spending all the time on the phone with her at 9 o'clock at night, telling her to cool down. You want some ice cream? I will get some. Like she's not going to hear that. So therefore, I say, as the best of your abilities. Like if you're able to do it, if you want to do it, if you're able to do it, then you should do it. But if you're not able to do it due to the, your relationship status and stuff like that, then you got to.
The woman's on her own
for the most part.
So so the man will get to just skate free. He got to have his cake and eat it too, and now he gets to abandon the other woman just to keep the main chick happy.
Oh man, this is getting crazy.
It's not getting crazy. I'm curious. I'm honestly curious of how men think, baby. I got you. I know you wouldn't do that to me. I'm your main chick. I'm your only chick. Okay, so I'm not worried.
Right.
No
and
pressure.
This is new. I'm just
asking you your opinion.
Right.
You wouldn't care about the safety of the baby regardless if you're in a relationship. That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't care about the safety of the baby regardless if you're in a relationship?
No, you should.
Because he said won't be involved at all. He is basically saying, yo, you get pregnant, you get somebody else pregnant, I'm out. I don't want to be involved. I don't care about the livelihood of the baby. You think that's okay?
Yeah, can we read the whole thing and then break it down first? Because we don't want to on a tangent. You're gonna trap me a few times. I don't know exactly the thought process behind it. So
this is what happens when you marry to a life coach.
For real. Like we didn't get past the first sentence and you're killing me right now.
I know your heart. You know how I feel. My feelings haven't changed at all. Won't be involved at all. By the way, if you think having this baby is going to make you some money, it's completely wrong. You are aware that I'm retiring next season. So in terms of support, it will be whatever is required monthly for someone who is unemployed. It's Texas, so it will only be a couple $100. So you're better off taking the $75,000 I'm offering, because you won't be getting nothing near that having a kid with a father who is unemployed. All you will have is a baby with a father who has zero involvement with the child and a few $100s of child support a month. So what you gonna do, sis? That's what he told her.
That's what
he told her, I'm writing you a check. You want to cash it or no?
Yeah, that's like so little though. Like 75,000.
Isn't that disrespectful?
Yeah, that's a part of my she paying her a year.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? He got her pregnant. He willfully got her pregnant because he could have used the condom. He could have pulled out. He had options.
Right.
You think it's okay for him to abandon his responsibilities like that?
Nah. Like he totally messed up on this one.
Well, what part of this
do you think? To blame her off.
What part of this do you think is wrong?
I mean, just basically telling her that, yo, I'm going to be unemployed and you're not going to get any money off this. You know, I think that's a major red flag right there.
Telling her, yo, I'm not paying for you,
right.
And I'm abandoning this baby,
this
and I'm not giving you nothing. This ain't no golden ticket.
Right.
I'm broke, and you ain't getting nothing. Ain't that so disrespectful?
It is.
It's like, I'm going to basically put you in a corner. He's a piece of ish, T. I'm gonna put you in a corner and basically say I'm gonna make you a single mother. Like, even though I willingly participated in the creation of this child, I'm going to make you a single mother, and then I'm gonna hold over your head poverty. I'm gonna hold poverty over your head. Like, and to me, I just feel like this is so narcissistic, in my opinion, because you are essentially saying up front that I'm the best you'll ever do. It's a little bit of arrogance to this. Like, you gonna be single with no father, and I was the best thing that was ever gonna happen, and you ruined it. It's like, wait a second, you are one man. There are many men in the world. Just because you don't want to be a father, don't mean the next man won't. Just because you're the first celebrity who got me pregnant, don't mean another one will. Do
you really think he said that though? He may be just talking about himself though.
He is.
He's not saying I'm the best you're ever going to have. He's just saying,
he said,
this situation.
Look, he said, you won't get nothing near that with having a kid with a father who is unemployed. All you will have, meaning all you will ever have.
The content of the situation, right? He just gave several situations. He's like, hey, listen, I'm going to be unemployed, so therefore you're not going to get money, right?
You think that's true?
I don't know. We'll find out next year if he plays him in or not.
Yeah.
So then he says, you know, what is it? You're going to give you $75,000. It's the best I can offer you at the current moment, right? But then he says something else after that, though. And he says, like, yo, like, this is the situation is going to be.
It's going to be bad. I'm not going to be involved.
Right, but he doesn't say this is the best you're ever going to do.
You don't think he's implying that? He's trying to scare her. You don't think this is a scare tactic?
It is a scare tactic. I don't think he's saying that this is the best you ever do. He's just saying, in this situation, because we don't messed up and don't had a kid together, then.
You think he's saying we messed up or you messed up?
I think he's blaming on her or something.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because I just want to make sure we're reading this.
Right.
Like,
yep.
He is blaming her for a situation where he played 50% of the part in.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that that's okay? You think that do you think it's normal for men to do that?
Do you think it's normal for men?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
I don't think it's good for any man. No, absolutely not either. But why do you think he feel he can talk to her this way though? Can we talk about that?
That's a good question. That's a great question.
So what type of relationship do you think they have that he can pretty much belittle her and scare her and like a scare tactic?
From me as a woman, I would say that in my opinion, I'm assuming that he thinks she a bird. Like, he thinks she a bird brain female that he can manipulate and get over on because he can. Like, I don't need to respect you. You have given me no reason to respect you. And here's why. One, you knew I was in a relationship with Chloe before we had SEX.
Right.
You knew that I had a family before we had SEX. You knew XYZ before we did SEX. So therefore, I don't have a reason to respect you. And therefore, I'm not going to respect you. That's how I feel he feels. But on the contrary, flip side of that, I feel like as the woman on the receiving end, I would feel like, well, if you care so much about your family, why are you in here with me? If you care so much about your family, why you put it in me? If you care so much about your family, why you ain't pull out? If you care so much about your family, why you ain't use a condom? If you care so much about your family, why you come back for more? So I can see both sides of the coin.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm agreeing with you on that one.
You do?
Yeah.
So do you think that this text was okay? Do you think that why do men threaten women with abandonment? No, I'm saying, why do you think men threaten women with abandonment?
I feel he must have something over it.
Like what?
Like maybe he's based off the content of the text message, it sounds like, as you just mentioned before, that he doesn't respect her. It sounds like he belittles her a little bit and he doesn't think much of her. But at the same time, maybe her body banging. He was like, yo, I'm just willing to get it in real quick.
So you
But
think
it's
that
not.
men will sleep with women just because of how they look and have no emotional connection?
For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, guys deal with chicks if their ass is fat. Trust me. Like, you know, 1 + 1. Sorry, boo. Your weaknesses is my strength.
Oh my God! Are
Yo,
you serious?
isn't that why equals match? I mean, like, yo, you gotta have a positive and negative, right? Like,
Oh my God!
I'm just talking off the trap, but no, but seriously though, like, I mean, I don't know.
You think that a man's threshold for sex is whether or not the woman can count to 2?
I mean, not threshold, but I mean, like, I'm talking about, you know, education wise. Like, you know, the chick is, you feel like it's stupid or not. Like, there's sadiddy chicks out there, but you deal with a sadiddy chick if she got a fat ass, or excuse my language, or she's, you know, her body's appropriate, whatever the case may be.
Do you think that men value body over brains, or do you think they play equal footing?
I mean, I can't speak for all men.
I mean, I'm honestly speaking for yourself. Like,
for myself, I feel like, you know, obviously I love brains more than body.
you like getting brain?
Well, when that happened last. Whoa, don't push me up the chair.
I didn't push
Damn,
you.
that was an aggressive push.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
No, but do you feel that men, like as a whole population, not just you specifically, but as a general population, do you think most men value body over brains? Is it 50-50, 60-40? Like, what do you think?
In my generation, I want to say maybe 60-40.
Your generation. 60 to what? Body or brain?
Brains equaling more, body equaling less. Equal 40.
40. Mm-hmm. So you think a man needs almost a healthy mixture of both, body and brains?
Yeah, but you know, some guys, they go to strip clubs and throw up all their money that way. You know, maybe some guys just want a trophy wife.
A trophy wife. What do you consider to be a trophy wife?
I don't know, but what's up with all the questions?
I feel like I'm getting to know you. Like, of course, you know I'm an interrogator. You walk right into that trap.
Real.
But anyhow, it says he says it's completely wrong. You are aware that I'm retiring next season. In terms of support, you will be getting whatever is required monthly for someone who is unemployed. I think hanging poverty over a woman's head to convince her to not have a child is very disgusting. I think it's disgusting. Because obviously, whether or not you are continuing with the NBA or not continuing with the NBA, mm-hmm. you still have residual income. You have investments.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like you're not poor.
Right.
You don't think so? What does this sort of say? If both adults are healthy and fertile, there's always a chance of pregnancy. What did she say? A chance of pregnancy. Surprise, Tristan. This is the one time I agree that Fox Lady shut up and dribble. And I mean basketball. Oh, he's trying to fix my settings. But yeah, I do agree. I think that if you are fertile and the woman you're dealing with is fertile, you have to consider the possibility that she will get pregnant every time you slide up in there.
For sure. Yep.
Did you think about that when you were younger, like before we met? Like, did you consider the fact that do men intrinsically think I could get somebody else pregnant every time I have sex? Do you think that? Even now, like when we...
Yeah, I feel like that way.
You feel, so that's always in the back of your mind.
3 kids in? Yeah, that's how
But when you were younger, you felt like... Guys, y'all not in my Instagram. Y'all was on my Instagram story. Y'all know what we talking about right now. It be real out here in the streets. But follow me on Instagram if you want to know the inside joke we talking about. But yeah. Do you think that when you were younger, did you consider that as a possibility?
Yeah. I think, you know, your parents and what you read on I don't know, social media or what, you know, your parents are telling you, they definitely instill that in you. Like, yo, anytime you have sex, there's definitely a possibility to have a baby.
You think your parents instilled? I don't think my parents put that in my brother.
Oh, yeah.
But your parents talk to you about that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's phenomenal. I don't think a lot of parents talk to their kids. My parents never talked to me about that. Never. We never had the conversation. I learned about the experience of intercourse in school, and it was because some young girl at our school, I think she was in the 6th grade, she ended up getting pregnant, and the principal of the school at that time decided to do it. This kind of shock and horror experience in front of the whole school, where he took a golf ball. He was like, "This is your egg." And he slammed it on the ground, and he took a big bucket of sand. He was like, "This is how much sperm comes out at one male ejaculation." And he poured the box of sand all over the little teeny egg that was sitting there,
Mm.
and that's how we learned about pregnancy and conception.
Sounds traumatizing.
It was very traumatizing. It was an event for me. I always talk about these events. That was an event for me.
You got a lot of triggers in your life, bro. You want to talk about them?
No. I don't want to. Look at him. Don't try to life coach the life coach.
Okay.
You want to talk about him. This is how you know we've been together for so long. Do you want to talk about them? No. But yes, I do agree. I do think that, you as a man has to be responsible for the way that he approaches women, the way that he sleeps with women, and he has to be held accountable. You can't just sleep with women and then walk away as if it never happened and then abandon them with a child. You can't. I think that's wrong.
It is wrong.
You think it's wrong?
It absolutely. So fast forward a little bit because I know you're running out of time here a little bit.
I am.
So what do you think from a PR standpoint? What do you think is going to be said next? And from reality standpoint, what do you think is going to happen next?
From a PR standpoint, he's going to say, I deny this pregnancy. I use protection. Or he might even say he never slept with her to begin with and that she's a crazy person. I think he's going to say that the woman is exaggerating and trying to extort him for money. From a reality perspective, he absolutely slept with this woman. I think Tristan Thompson suffers from a lot of entitlement because of his economic status. I think he feels that he can do whatever he wants, sleep with whoever he wants, and have whatever he wants. And I think he gets a thrill out of manipulating and controlling women's emotions and exploiting them sexually, which is what he did to Khloe. I never forget that clip on the Kardashian episode where she was like, liar! She was so unhinged with her friend Khadijah or Malika sitting next. I think it was Malika. She was freaking unhinged. And I think there are men out there who enjoy exploiting the emotions of women and getting them off their rocker. And obviously the easiest way to do that is by having a baby on them or cheating on them.
The easiest way? You think that's the easiest way?
I think emotional manipulation is, I think men emotionally manipulate women. I do think men
do you think having a baby is the easiest way to do that though?
No, cheating is. The baby is a result of cheating.
Okay.
I think cheating is, you know me, I'm always talking about triangulation.
Gotcha.
Do you think cheating is the easiest way to emotionally manipulate a woman?
I mean, I feel like that's probably definitely the most heartfelt, warming, in depth thing you could do with somebody. So yeah, I mean, if you want to pierce somebody at the soul, having a baby, I think will definitely do it.
What about cheating in general, or just the baby has to come out of it?
I think cheating with a baby will probably do it.
Cheating with a baby? Why do you think men cheat? I know that's a loaded question.
It is. We have enough
and I don't
time
even have that much time.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back on live at 5:00.
We are?
Yes. 5
Stay-
to 5:30. We're gonna do a part 2 because I gotta jump on a call. So
Okay.
I have to get off in a couple of minutes. But I want to come back real quick and just kind of finish this conversation on why you think men cheat.
Okay. Well,
have you ever cheated? Do you cheat?
All right. And on that note, guys,
I'm learning new things. No, I'm only kidding. If you listen,
no, I'm good. You see the halo above my head?
You better be good.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Anything else you want to say about the situation? Like, do you feel like the lady's going to get in? How you feel Khloe feels about this whole situation?
That's what we're going to get into when we come back at 5:00. So if you guys joined part 1 of this conversation, come back for part 2 at 5:00, and we will get into it a little bit more in depth because I have to jump on a call in a little bit. But I want to tackle why you think men cheat. What do you think consequences should be for a man cheating? Like, what do you think are adequate consequences for a man cheating? And
really?
What do you think would matter? Like, I honestly would like to know because I feel like I talk to these women and obviously I don't always get to get like your perspective.
Right.
But what do you think is an adequate way to punish a man for cheating? Because I think sometimes men cheat and a woman is left to her own defenses. Like, well, what do you do? What do you not do? What do you say? What do you think? Like, sometimes you want a man's perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the 3 things I want to talk about. Why do you think men cheat? What do you think is an adequate punishment for a man cheating? And then how do you get over cheating? Like, how do you move forward? Like, does a man ever get, or like, how long does it take for a man to get over indiscretion? Like actual physical cheating. I'm not talking about emotional cheating, like texting or phone calls. I'm talking about actually you went in the bed, you bust another female down. That kind of cheating. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're gonna come back and talk about.
All right.
In part 2.
Sheesh.
So if you stepped in to chit chat with us for a little bit in part 1, thanks for stopping in. We will be back at 5 o'clock.
Around that time.
Around 5 to do part 2. It'll be like 30 more minutes. So join us again if you're interested in this conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
He's already know. You sweating, boo?
Yeah,
Why you sweating?
I'm glad you gave me time to research.
You up here sweating. He in a panic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.